Howdy folks, my name is Lance090 and welcome back to my tutorial series for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead of version point F. Alright, let's head home for now. Try to burn off some of this pain perhaps. Go in the back door just to be safe. Come on inside. Now we should be able to explore the town a little bit more. Like we might be able to clear out that first house. Get some good stuff there later. But for now, we're going to stay home for a moment. We are hungry. I'm going to go ahead and eat another protein ration. We're going to use this one up top because it looks like we've already eaten this one once. Eat. And we'll drop off some of the stuff we found. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Because these will be in some new sections for us. Dirty clothes I'm going to drop next to the window. Just the dirty clothes though, not my trinkets and baubles.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
We're going to put those over here. A couple gold necklaces and the copper bracelet. That's just our little dragon sword. The wallets. We could just keep the wallet on us. Where's it at? Is it in our jeans? It's in our jeans. Might as well just keep it in our jeans. That makes sense. Potassium iodide I'm going to put with our food and stuff. I think that's for radiation treatment. Or radiation prevention. One thing I want to build, though, is I want to start cleaning some of these clothes, because these actually would be kind of useful for us to wear. So, let's do our crafting menu. Shift 7, our and symbol. We are going to craft a... Oops, one too far. You need a washboard. There it is. And automatically put it in here. I don't know how it decides like where it's going to build something, but it chose to build it there. Now we're going to press Shift 7 again. And we are going to upgrade it to a washing kit. We're going to use the scrub brush and the washboard. This particular item, it says we can actually make this with different tools. So we have a scrub brush is one option and a rag is another option. We only need to pick one. I'll pick the scrub brush because the scrub brush has literally no other function other than to craft this. And here's our washing kit. So you can just use a washboard, and I haven't really checked to see like, is there a benefit from upgrading it to a washing kit, but it's so quick to build. I'm like, oh, we might as well just upgrade it to a washing kit. There's usually a scrub brush down in the basement, which is where we found ours. So why not? Let's see. We're also going to grab, it'll be in our 9 pile here. We're going to grab our soap bars. And we're going to grab our duster, our boots. Might as well grab everything. Well, we can. The thigh highs fill up our backpack. Grab everything else though. And we're just going to walk out to the river here. We're going to activate our washing kit. And we're just going to press the right arrow on our clothing we want to clean. And tell you here like what it's going to consume. As you can see, our water supply is infinite. It's just showing how many units of water it's going to take to clean it. But the cleanser is the more important thing. That's what we're actually limited on. It's going to use 10 bars of soap out of our 20 bars of soap. Let's go ahead and clean them. Now, you can see these are no longer filthy. And in fact, we'll upgrade to the boots immediately. But let's actually compare the boots. This is a great chance to actually use the comparison thing as it's intended to be used. So we'll use Shift-I to bring that menu up. We'll select the boots and we'll select our sneakers. The sneakers are reinforced, so it's not like a perfect comparison because the boots are not. But you can see, even with the boots being non-reinforced, they cover more of us. You can also use them as a more effective weapon if we wanted to, but that's not necessary. They do encumber us more, but it's probably worth it. They have 90% more coverage. Protection. This is 8.75, 3.75, 3.75. As you can see, that is enormously higher than what the sneakers have. Acid, fire protection, environmental. Not as high numbers, but they're still way better than sneakers. So we are absolutely going to switch to sneakers. Let's drop sneakers and wear boots. And we'll go ahead and pick our sneakers up. We can cut them up or just save them for later. Because once it reaches summertime, we might need something lighter. So I'm just going to put them up by this window here so I know where they're at. And it just so happened that these boots were in good enough condition that we can just slap them on without having to concern ourselves with it too much. We're going to drop the medical gloves and duster and pick up the thigh highs and go wash them as well. Skirt. Washing kit. Thigh highs clean. Good stuff. Can't compare the thigh highs if we wanted to. Unfortunately, they're pretty beat up, so we're not getting like an actual number of how strong they are. As something takes more damage, it's like not as effective as equipment. So it might be a little bit stronger than this at full capacity, but you can see it's not nearly as good as the boots anyway. But we didn't grab them to wear. We grabbed them to create leather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop. Actually, before I do this, like I was going to cut up the thigh-high boots and use the leather from that to repair our duster. The thing is, our pocket knife is a crappy cutting tool. And that's probably why we got so little rags out of cutting those things up earlier. I'm going to put my soap back where it was. Honestly, I'm not going to carry this wallet around. It's just a little annoying. I'll put it over by the sneakers. We're going to put away the washing kit because we don't need it in our inventory. It used to be that the stuff in your inventory didn't affect your encumbrance, but now if we look at like our messenger bag with 3 items in it, you can see its encumbrance is 9, but it's 12 when it's full. So the more stuff we put into our inventory, the more encumbrance we're going to have. So we want to carry as little as possible at all times. Unfortunately, some of this stuff is like I can't drop it. Like I need the cell phone so I can see what the exact time is. I need the flashlight so I can go into basements. Need the matchbook to light fires. That's like the only one that's like close to maybe not needing very often, but they can be situationally useful. Pocket knife is just great to have, something that can cut things at all times. Wooden needle, I don't really need it. I do like to have it on me. It is pretty useful, but I will leave it here for now, just so we're not carrying as much weight. The reason I'm going to put off cutting up our clothes is I want to get a better butchering tool, and there's a pretty good chance we'll find one in our first house here. Still going to approach the town cautiously, even though we killed a lot of zombies. Just kind of peek into the house from a distance and see if we see any zombies in there. I don't see any. Let's see if there's still zombies on the street. There is. So as I said, those weren't the zombies from the street, even though they were the same types. They're still all chilling out here. Tough zombie, regular zombie. There's also some vehicles in the road, by the way. We'll talk about vehicles later. Oh, and this thing here is a random tiny little engine. There's this here's another one, a twin engine. There's usually just like car parts laying on the road all the time, so that's why I'm basically ignoring them, as I'm pretty used to seeing them. But you might be able to find useful stuff just laying on the side of the road. We do have a zombie coming at us. I'm just noticing that from our mini map. It is the tough zombie, so we need to be a little concerned about it. Let's back up to this field over here. This is a pretty dang good spot right here. Surrounded on a lot of sides by tall grass. We'll have to walk through some tall grass to get to it, but All right, come to me, tough zombie. I just want to kill any zombies that are near this house so they don't attack us while we're in there. He's got like a leather jacket on. It's the same type of zombie as the other tough zombie. It's just this picture pack has tile set. Has multiple types for each zombie type. Bit of right arm, not infected though. I'm not really worried about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ooh, he actually had a gun on him. A Walther PPQ. Oh my god, what the F? BBQ? kind of gun is that? You might know what it is, but I'm not really a gun person, so I don't really know. It's semi-automatic. It's a pistol. Okay. It has 1 round in it. In an emergency situation, we could use it. I want the leather touring suit because it's a lot of leather. I think the motorcycle boots, yeah, they actually have a bit of Kevlar in them. We really need Kevlar. Motorcycle helmets. Oh no, that's a lot of mouth encumbrance. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. A lot of mouth encumbrance, as we read, that will slow down our stamina. Remember to smash the body, by the way. I already did, but just wanted to remind you. So as I'm walking in here, I'm also like pressing 5 sometimes just to make sure. Like, do they see me? The crawling zombie sees me, but he's so slow that it doesn't matter. And now the regular, actually the crawling zombie doesn't see me. But here comes the regular zombie. And let's go ahead and practice a different way to fight. So far we've been using terrain to help, which is definitely the preferred way to do it. It's a lot more effective. But you might find yourself in vast swaths of land that have no cover that we can use. Like I might be able to get her. She can't even step in this. So there's like nowhere I can really get her stuck on right here. There is this, but getting her to get into this while I'm standing here would be very, very, very hard. What we're going to do is let her come to me. Just going to kind of back away from her until we're in the same line as her. There we go. So we're going to let her come to me. We're just going to press 5. There we go. And I'm going to smack her. I'm going to step back. You see when I step back, she moved forward at the exact same time. She would have hit us, tried to hit us if we were still standing there. But now I can swing and hit her again. Back off. Press 5 a couple times. There she is. Bonk her. There you go. She would have hit us. Smack her. Back away. I think we can hit her there. She moved in a weird spot, but there we go. I press 5, hit her, back away, 5, hit her. As you can see, it kept her from ever hitting us, and we didn't have to use terrain. So that's what you do if you have at least one. If you have a bunch of them on you, you might not be able to do this. But if you're fighting just one, and you're in a big field with no cover in it, that would be your way to deal with them. Ooh, a military rucksack. I think this is pretty good now. It used to not be great because it was pretty encumbering, but now that encumbrance is more based on how much you're carrying, this isn't so bad. So we're going to pick that up. I can't carry it. We'll get it later. Just remember that it's here. We'll take her wallet, though. And we'll just leave everything else. All right. Let's get into this house. So, a few ways to get into houses. Oh, those crawling zombies actually getting close, I think. Maybe not. I think he sees us, but he's so freaking slow that I'm not worried about it. Oh, actually, there's something in this mailbox. Just a flyer. These are usually just lore dumps. This poster advertising contact lenses. On it is a picture of a bloodshot eye. Someone has defaced this one with the informative part has been torn off and written in jagged letters across the top in red crayon are the words, "All hail the Crimson King." Interesting. So first is to try the front door. It's locked. They're usually going to be locked. If we had a good crowbar, we can break in. There is a makeshift crowbar you can craft, and I used to do it all the time. It would have been what I would build instead of the cudgel. The problem is it got nerfed. It got nerfed hardcore. It used to actually even be in weapons category, but it's not anymore because it is like a hunk of junk now. It's now in other because it's a tool. But let's just search crowbar or just crow. There it is. You can see it just takes a pipe. You saw we got a pipe out of the lockers when we smashed them. And a tool with hammering, that would be your hammer or your rock. Just takes 5 minutes to craft, so it's something you can build right at the start of the game. Unfortunately, it's just not great anymore. It has medium blocking quality. It has its own hammering quality, which is nice. It has a level 1 prying quality. That can't open doors anymore. I don't even think it can open windows. It might be able to open windows. I think it's only like boxes, though. So it used to be able, you could pop doors open with this, you could pop windows open with this. It would make way less noise than bashing a window in. And it used to have way higher damage. It looks like they actually brought it back up a little bit because 12 damage isn't too bad. Just the hit weighting isn't great anymore. But if we look at like our cudgel, yeah, our cudgel does more damage. It has a bunch of different moves. Like the crowbar wouldn't be stunning enemies. We have a higher to hit bonus. Yeah, it's just not really a contest anymore. And because of the new limitation where you can't carry things that are too long in your backpack, you can't even get the makeshift crowbar in your inventory to just use that as a tool. So I just don't mess with it anymore. There's not really anything it can help us with. Now a regular crowbar, that'll help, but we can't craft that. Not right now. Because it requires like you need to like forge it from scratch. So hopefully we'll just find one. So instead, the door's locked. We're just gonna smash the window open. So I S to smash. I smashed the window. Now you can see it's like a broken window. We don't want to walk in yet though, because we'll cut ourselves on this. We want to smash it again. That clears out the broken shards, and now we can go in and be completely fine. All right, so here we are inside a house. Looks like we're in someone's bedroom. Let's check this pile of glass. This is where all the broken stuff went. I'll grab these rings as trinkets and baubles. I'm gonna leave the sheets and stuff. We might want those later though. Headlamp. LED headlamp with an adjustable strap. Could be useful. Anything with batteries I usually grab anyway, just so I can take the batteries out if I need to. This looks like an electric blanket. Oh, it's a downfield blanket. Pretty fancy. Does say just cotton here, so maybe we wouldn't get any down out of this. Oh no, we wouldn't. You can see here it might yield some down feathers. I think you can use that for fletching. It used to just say feathers, so I don't know. Maybe down feathers are a little different, and maybe it doesn't count anymore. So that'd be one reason to cut up a downfield blanket. But you can also sleep in a downfield blanket at night. All you have to do is just have it on a bed and sleep in the same tile with it, and then your character automatically uses it to sleep. And it can make them more comfortable at night. But it actually does apply the heat bonus to it. So you can actually make yourself uncomfortable by using a blanket if it's already warm. Kind of weird, kind of annoying. Makes sense. But yeah, let's walk into this closet. There's a regular duster here. It's not leather, so it's weaker than the other one. But it does still have all the carrying capacity and stuff too. So it is a pretty good item, and it's in perfect condition. Stuff inside of drawers and stuff is going to be clean, and it's going to be in full condition. That's the advantage of finding it in the house. Ooh, steel-toe boots are awesome. Let's do a quick comparison. Unless they've nerfed them, they might have nerfed them. But steel-toed boots are actually better than military boots in the game. Like the best boots we could possibly find. It's kind of crazy how good they are. Unless it's been nerfed, but I think they're probably still good. Yeah. They are pretty warm, so once it's summertime, we might not even be able to wear them anymore. But look at this. They're even better than the regular boots that we just put on. They're fantastic. Fantastic product. Just better in every way. And like I said, they're even better than military boots. It's kind of insane. So we are going to drop our boots. And the reason I drop my boots first is I think you can only wear one pair of shoes at a time, which makes sense. But some of the other clothes you can put on 2 shirts and then take off the shirt later. Take off the shirt you don't want later. But shoes and helmets, they don't stack, so you have to take off the original pair first. I'd like to carry that duster, but we don't have the room for it. All right, so zombies do spawn in houses now. They used to not. It used to be completely safe exploring houses, but I want to keep our eyes open just in case. We can also turn safe mode back on just in case a zombie appears. Time magazine. This is a book. We can read these. Some of them, yeah, it says right here, this one's just for fun. So we can get a mood boost by reading Time magazine, but other books will actually be skill magazines that you can learn out of. So we'll grab it. And when it's highlighted in red, that means you don't know what the book is. You haven't looked at it before. If it's blue, that means you've read it, you've looked at it before. So you know what the book is, but you still haven't maxed out your skills with that book. And there might still be recipes in it. If it's yellow, it means you've maxed out your skills with that book. And there's still recipes in it. And if it's gray, there's nothing left in it for you to learn. But if it's a fun book, I think it's still gray. All right, so this is one of the drawers I was looking for. This is just a drawer in the kitchen area of the house. It has all sorts of knives and stuff in it. And so here we'll find things that have like better butchering quality and stuff. Like this one has a fine cutting quality. I don't think we have that with our pocket knife. I don't know if 10's better. Let's go look at what our pocket knife has so we can figure it out. Actually, I guess it does have fine cutting. Never mind. The paring knife's useless. Never mind. We don't need it. Steak knives, though. Steak knife does have better butchering quality. Just keep looking, though. Butter knives obviously useless. Most of this stuff's useless. There's a lot of stuff in the game now that is just like filler content just to make the game feel more realistic. So for now, all we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab one. So I'm gonna press the 1 key. One steak knife. Because it's slightly better at butchering than our pocket knife is. Let's check this. The colander. Doesn't look like it does anything. All right, some more knives. Butchering. There we go. Carving knife's pretty good. I thought the chef knife was better. Carving knife 22 butchering quality, so I'm definitely grabbing that. Then honestly, I'm gonna drop this the steak knife. I just don't need it. Let's take a look in the fridge. Now remember, our character gets addicted to drugs and alcohol extremely easily and suffers the penalties a lot higher. So we're not going to grab anything that's alcoholic. Just no point to have it. We can dump out the aluminum cans and have empty aluminum cans to contain liquids, but you're a lot better off with like large containers, which are going to be your gallon jugs and stuff. Such as this one, gallon jug of milk. Oh, we can't carry it. It's okay. Grab some of this other stuff. Soy sauce, mayonnaise, mustard. Obviously, there's mostly condiments. They're not great to eat, but our character can eat them. But we can use them as ingredients in other recipes that are better. Unfertilized bird eggs, though. It's just generic bird eggs, even when they're in an egg carton. It's kind of funny. And I think they used to actually hatch. And so you'd see chickens like everywhere. But now it looks like they're specifically called out as unfertilized. So I don't think chickens are going to spawn everywhere all the time. Glass Joe, same thing with the pickles and veggies. Veggies is a little bit more like we can just eat that and be fine. Butter. Soda. Mostly out of room. Grab all of that. And we need a shopping cart. We'll look for that soon. We got some bleach in the gallon jug. Cardboard box of detergent. That's some good stuff. We don't want to start a fire. We absolutely want frying pans. That's funny. The cast iron frying pan actually has hammering quality. So that's kind of cool. It's longer than a copper frying pan if you feel like it matters. Here's like a junk drawer. There's often pretty good stuff in here. Like the X-Acto knife and pliers are great. Battery charger. We're going to need that eventually. We had to make a run back home, though. We can't carry any of this stuff. Long string, handles, lots of good stuff. Fortunately, we just can't carry that much. If we can clean that military rucksack, then we'll be able to carry way more stuff. Or if we put on a duster, that'll help us too. Coffee maker with a pretty big battery in it. I definitely want that battery, if not the gear. Lots of food stuff here. That's great, but again, I can't really carry anymore right now. The main thing we wanted, though, was just a better cutting knife, and we did get that. That door's locked. Let's check this one. Ugh. Okay. Is there a window out there? It doesn't look like it, so... Fortunately, doors are a lot stronger than windows, so to get through this would actually take quite a lot of bashing. We can try. Here we go. Took a lot of bashing, but we got in. These are some washing machines. Leather pants again. That's a good source of leather, but don't have any. There's a staircase back there. I don't want to go down yet, though. Downstairs can be dangerous. Let's see. That guy is panting now. Let's wait until we catch our breath. Patchwork quilt. That's just another type of blanket we can use. Pretty warm, actually. That's a bunch of junk, really. A rag. We don't really need to worry about individual rags. These beds, if you cut a bed up, you get like thousands of rags. You get an absurd amount of rags. That's where we'll be getting most of our rags from. So we don't need to worry about picking up a single one. But we're out of time for this video. In the next one, we're going to go check out this basement. Basements can be dangerous, so that's why I like to check them last. But we'll do that next time. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.